I looked for solutions that would increase the comfort and help me journey better.
There's a little bit of chucking that took place, just about an inch more of squat than I wanted, and I wanted something to butter the ride, if you will, a little bit. I wasn't interested in putting airbags on the truck and adding 150 pounds of weight, so after doing a little bit of research, I found a good solution to what we needed. We just received our SumoSprings for our 2020 GMC half-ton truck. These won't change the numbers, but they'll certainly improve the ride.
So the driver's side felt like it popped right in, but the passenger side, I just twist and twist, and I still have this little gap that keeps wiggling out. So I got me 3 little 2x4 blocks. We're going to use the jack stand, raise the rear end up, get a little compression on there, and seat it properly. So the truck is back on the ground, and this is the gap that we measured. I wanted that 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 in between the stop and the SumoSprings. I believe that will mean the ride is unchanged when I'm not hauling anything, but the minute I do, the 2.5 inches of bed compression the truck experiences when we're loading it, these SumoSprings will engage and work just like a dampener.
As we hitched up, the first thing I noticed, the springs reduced the bed drop by about 7/8 of an inch, which is desirable. They reduced chucking, pogoing, and generally increased the ride comfort. I noticed I was riding level, smoother, and quieter. These springs made a tremendous and measurable improvement in my ride quality and the enjoyability of the tow. I'm very excited, and my next question is, do they make a product that can go on the fifth wheel as well?
I looked at all of those previous methods I've employed on other vehicles. Add-a-leaf springs, airbags, increased tire and rim size, more sophisticated shock systems, multiple shock systems. And then I discovered SuperSprings, a company that makes a product called SumoSprings. It's a closed cell urethane product that works like a dampener, and they're very easy to install on the vehicles that we have. What they do is butter the ride. They smooth the ride out. They eliminate the pogoing, the chucking, the sway, that sense of reverb that you get through the seat of your pants when you're driving. It's an increase in comfort, which is a reduction in fatigue, knowing the vehicles are riding smoother. I did my research. I contacted the company early on, and I bought a set of these springs for our truck. We did a full install and a road test on those. See the link here. And I give them an A. They were easy to install. They're reliable. The products fit as expected. They did exactly what I hoped they would do, and they've improved my ride. Funny, one area I didn't expect them to enjoy them is coming in and out of the RV resort. There are so many speed bumps that the SumoSprings take the edge off the speed bumps. I think that's kind of cool. So having such a positive experience with putting a set of SumoSprings on the tow vehicle, I made the decision I wanted to add them to the fifth wheel. So now that we've established the number of axles that we have, the orientation of the leaf springs to the axle, we need to clarify the height at resting between the top of the plate and the frame rail and the width of this plate. Our target for the width is no wider than 4 1/4. The width on the top of that plate is 3 1/2. And then the distance at resting between the frame rail and the top of the plate is right in the neighborhood of 5 3/4 of an inch. And our target range is somewhere between 5.3 and 6.55.
I have faith this is going to be accurate. The communication for the shipping was excellent. They let me know exactly where my package was and when to expect it. These are 2 sets because we have 2 axles. I confirmed the part numbers matched what I ordered and that both boxes have the same part number. That 47 is important because of the reach underneath the unit and the axle weight rating that I have. I will read the instructions carefully, looking for parts list, tool requirements, and stickers for the toolbox. All the parts are there as calculated. I appreciate them throwing in some blue Loctite. Now let's confirm the height and reach of these to make sure that they're going to physically fit. And when you compare the height of the spring and the two nylon bushings that I will use to calculate the perfect preload height, it looks good.
So why SumoSprings? Well, my wish list was I wanted the most improvement in my suspension for the least amount of investment. I wanted the lightest system I could find with the least amount of complexity, no added pneumatic, hydraulic, or electric systems. SumoSprings represented that. Plus, I'm very familiar with closed cell, progressive rate, urethane type technologies. So we are in a tow configuration. We're hooked up to the truck. We're parked on a fairly level surface, and we have done a lot of the pre-measurements on our install, so we know that the width of the stack plate is going to be acceptable for the mounting bracket here. This fits in here perfectly snug. So I am of the impression, knowing that I want 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of preload, and each one of these spacers are 1/2 inch, I feel that one spacer on here is going to give me the optimal amount of preload to set this up to function most effectively. These are the electrical brake lines that run up inside the frame, almost vertical from the spring stack. They're not going to be in the way of the bumper, but I did move them about another 1/2 inch just to make sure I've got good clearance, and I can feel that they're not going to be sitting on those anywhere. So I think we're good. Once your install is done, go back around and check every connection and every fastener, nutting and bolting it like Jesse James would say. Whew, let's go road test these. Instantly, there is a noticeable absence of the chucking and the pogoing. You know, honestly, before it wasn't a complete deal breaker, but it was noticeable. And now, all of a sudden, it just feels much more connected and predictable. Oh, this is exactly what I was hoping for.
So now that just leaves 2 more tests left on this drive. The next one are the speed bumps. While they're very slow motion, they really articulate the suspension, and they show you the difference of dampening to control that pogoing and that rebound. Look at how the links walk and then recover immediately. That's a huge improvement. Now that I have SumoSprings on all 4 corners of the fifth wheel and on the truck, I'm very much enjoying the response. The last test we're going to conduct is, do these springs allow the axles to articulate in tight cornering, or do they bind up the axle, thus inhibiting the side-to-side and front-to-back motion of the axles under tight cornering conditions? I watched very carefully, both on pavement and on gravel, and I found the axles were still comfortably walking forwards and backwards and side to side without tearing up the underlayment on the RV. So I don't see where these springs interfere with my ability to park, to navigate speed bumps, to emergency brake, and they certainly improve the comfort and the smoothness of the ride at freeway speeds.
This is an excellent accessory, mostly because with their help, I selected and chose the proper product for this application. I looked for solutions that would increase the comfort and help me journey better.